So I thought I'd do all these 3 stitches together because they're from the same family and you can see how they relate to each other. So it's pronounced Gobelin, after the French Gobelin family, who long time ago, hundreds of years ago, they were a family of dyers, and then they became a family of tapestry makers, and this stitch represents the tapestry stitch, so it's called after them, so it's the Gobelin stitch. So this is upright Gobelin, this is Gobelin filling, and this is encroaching Gobelin. So they all vary in length, really, is what makes these 3 stitches different. So I thought I'd do them all on the same one. They're very easy stitches, and I don't use them very often, but I don't know why, because I actually really like them. And I've done them all in green. I've obviously got Goblin in my head and gone for green, so a bit of subliminal message passed on there. So we'll do the upright first. Dead easy, this stitch, really. It's like a satin stitch if you've ever done that in another technique. I'm doing it over 3 holes. I've doubled my thread over for these because they're going with the grain of the holes, with the grain of the fabric. You need a little bit more thread just to cover the hole. So I've actually doubled it up to see how that looks, and it makes a really nice texture actually on this. So 3 holes and vertically up. Just count up from the bottom hole, including the hole you come out of. So 1, 2, 3. And just work along in a row like that. Dead easy stitch, but actually really nice texture on it, and really relaxing to do as well. You don't have to do too much counting for this one, which is often good. You can see how nicely that fills the canvas in. So this one is good for small areas. It's only over 3 holes, so a pretty small stitch. So if you've got a small area you want to fill in, go for this one. Let's see if we can get another row out of that. Like just about. And you just coming up away from the stitch and going down into that hole with a stitch already in it. Okay, get that needle out of the way. So that's upright Gobelin. This one is Gobelin filling. So this is a lot bigger, as you can see. So if you want a large area and you want to fill in quickly, pick this version. And this is over 7 holes. So I've started here. That's 1. Counted up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I've gone round and round like I have for the upright, but missed out a row each time. So these are just 7 by 7, and then the next row fits in between it. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this would be my first row. Imagine that's not there. And you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Miss out a row. Get this needle out of the way. Miss out a row. Come up on the same horizontal row of holes and do another 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get in a mess with that, so I'll park that over there. Miss out a row over 7 holes. So they're all kind of like a satin stitch, but just vary how long they are. And then to fit in between, because we've got an odd number of holes, 7 holes, the middle hole is hole number 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then you're going into the middle hole for your next row. I'm going to come up away and go down into it though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just tack that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they just overlap equally. Missed one out there. And share that middle hole so that they're the same distance apart. So a nice big filling stitch, this one, but do alternate rows, alternate stitches on each row, and then come in and fill between. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Look how quickly that fills in. So that's Gobelin filling. Pop and over there as well. And then the last one I want to show you is encroaching. So each row encroaches on the previous row. So this one is at over 4 holes, this stitch. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm actually going to start it separately. I'm not going to carry that one on so you can see what I'm doing. So I'll come down 1 hole. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. And we do as we did for the upright and just work a row across. We don't miss one out like we did for the filling. We're just going to go all the way across. Over the four holes. Now the next row is going to sit in between these 2 stitches but down a hole, so we're going underneath. We're going to have to slide the needle underneath and it's going to go in that hole there. So it's still over 4, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go back this way. So miss a hole out and come up in the next hole down, and that will give you 1, 2, 3, and then that last one just encroaches into the previous row. Now the easiest way, slide the needle between them, push it to one side and down the next hole. So still count 4 holes, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just going between that stitch. Slide the needle between, push it over to the side, down into the hole. Down into the hole. Don't try and come up out of that hole because you're getting all sorts of messes with the needle coming through this. I'll show you. If I try and come up out of there and underneath, it's just piercing the thread. So always go down from the top, just push it to the side, down in the hole. It's still over 4 holes, that stitch. Every stitch is over 4, but it's just crossing over, just encroaching into that previous row. End one's the easiest because I can slide it in from the side. Show you that there. Miss a hole out, the next hole down. That will still give you 4 holes. 1, 2, 3. Push that to the side. That goes in that hole there. 4. And what it does, it turns a straight stitch into a diagonal stitch. So you don't really see the pattern until you've done a couple of rows of it. A really nice one. If you want maybe less stripes in it, fewer stripes, and more of a solid filling area, less stripy than this one. And if that's working downwards, if you find you want to go upwards, you can do the same, and you just come in from the other side. So I've been coming in from the left hand side, pushing it to the right. If you come from the top, you need to push to the left, and that will give these the same slant each time. So 3 Gobelin stitches for you: upright, filling and encroaching.